Hey everybody, Rich Noto here, Florida licensed realtor, Florida licensed home inspector, Florida noted public with loan signing agent certification, your construction trained realtor. And you know, you always want to hire a realtor that actually understands construction. And of course, the last thing that you want to do is ignore construction. You want to have as many people on your side as possible helping you throughout the process, and that's what I do. I don't disappear on my customers after the signing of the contract. And I mean, look, I can understand why it happens so often in this business, because let's face it, if the agent doesn't understand construction, I mean, what are they really going to do? They can't really do much. So what I do is I help my buyers from start to finish. And I also go to the inspections. I advise about inspections. There's a ton of other stuff as well. Before it rains, I feel it coming, and I see it coming too. It's getting really dark. So this house is the Shenandoah. Very nice looking house on the outside. Very different looking homes around here. But usually, you know, when you buy a house from Mattamy, you know, you usually get a house that looks different from a lot of other builders. And this is the Shenandoah, 4 beds, 2.5 baths, 2-car garage, 2,582 square feet. So when I was in a rush because it seemed like it was going to rain, I didn't really read the sign. So this house is also a lot smaller than I thought it was, I think. It does look bigger. There's plenty of room for seats over here. They like to sit out front. Smells a little bit like food or something in here. I don't know. It smells like it. Ketchup or something. Ketchup and soap. Kind of an interesting smell, but anyway, not a bad smell either. It kind of smells good. So when you first walk in, there's wallpaper. Yeah, wallpaper's making a comeback everywhere. It's amazing. So it feels pretty spacious, and you go off to the left and you have a bedroom. So we got a bedroom, and here's a bathroom, full bath. And again, it does feel kind of spacious in this area. I know I'm swinging my arm and you probably can't see it, but you know, it does. It feels spacious. Storage underneath the stairs. This is probably the garage. Oh boy, I wasn't expecting those steps. Not at all. Good thing, otherwise I would have fallen to my death. They would have found me. They would have found me who knows when. Laying there. Just my luck. So a nice big living room. You can see the size of the couch. It's one of those couches that have huge seats. So your living room, kitchen, and dining room, all in one, with your covered patio, also called a lanai. Yeah, look at that. It's a big patio too. Big lanai. And I like the color of these cabinets a lot. I think this kind of looks like the color one of my customers got that purchased a house in one of the 55 and over communities. That kind of color, because I remember like the paint, yeah, just like this. It actually kind of exactly like this, where the color of the paint was almost exactly the same as the cabinets. So to make a long story short, you know, my customer was looking at it and was like, yeah, I think I'm going to paint it, you know, after she closed. And I totally agreed. It just kind of blends too much. Alright, so let's go up to the second floor and see what we see. So far I like the first floor. I wonder what the square footage of this house is, if it's like, you know, 2,400 or 2,500. Or if it's bigger than that. So let's continue this way, and oh wow. big master bedroom. I like these kind of master bedrooms where when you step in it, you know, it just feels so spacious. I'm gonna have to do this to show it, I think, because that's kind of blocking it a bit. Yeah, look at that. Nice and spacious. You know, you enter the master bedroom and it's like a breath of fresh air, so to speak. Nice and roomy. Very nice color cabinets. And again, these colors are really the thing now, and I guess it's probably going to be the color for the next 5 years or so. Hold on, that's a big towel closet. Look at that. I'm trying to move a little quicker because I'm thinking about the rain. I like to get these videos in while I'm here. Otherwise, I'll be doing the inside and not the outside. And somebody's going to say, why don't you show the outside? Yeah, well, maybe because it's a tropical monsoon. Okay, so you got like a small, well, no, not really a small laundry room. Definitely a bit of a step up. And of course, when you see cabinets in a laundry room, those are always upgrades. I've never seen a builder sell a house with them, like included. So, very nice bedroom, and let's go right here to the loft. Loft, and we got a full bathroom, 2 sinks, toilet, shower. What's this? Is it HVAC? Yeah. And here's a bedroom. And another walk-in closet. Yep, and the gym room. Yeah, this is going to be the new trend. People training at home. Can't say I blame them. I go to the gym, but I also have all my stuff at home. Okay, so let's just walk out and talk about this house. This house has a great loft. I like the layout. I like that there's all of these bedrooms. Let's just step in here again, and these bedrooms aren't like the smallest bedrooms. They're definitely a nice size. The master bedroom